event were won by Canadians. All right, my good friend Ryan Clark from Tennis BC joins us now. Australian gets open later today. I know this is the time of the year that you look forward to when the tennis season really gets amped up. Tomorrow is when we get to see Rebecca Marino on the court in the opening round. She had quite the 2010 campaign. Absolutely. She put herself in a position to play with the top players in the world. Now she's main draw straight into the Grand Slam at the Australian Open, ready to go. She's got a great looking draw right off the bat. Hopefully she can really launch herself now up into that top echelon of the world. Yeah, she plays a Japanese opponent in the opening round, I do believe. Yep. And then if she wins that, and we hope that she will, then it gets that much more difficult for her. Exactly. Then she'll play the number 6 seed and the current French Open champion, Francesca Schiavone of Italy. I think she's got a great shot at her. If she can get by the nerves of the first round, and then she's got nothing to lose in the second round against a top 10 player, I think she can go far in the draw. No question, the turning point for her, I think, of her career and the evolution of her career, Ryan, was the fact that she took Venus Williams, you know, in the U.S. Open and really tested Venus, and Venus said, I saw her in myself, and I haven't been pushed like this in a while. You think that was a turning point for her? I know you've spent a lot of time with her. That was a litmus test. Can you walk onto a major international stage and prove yourself and not be scared? And she was not scared, and she proved herself that she's not intimidated, and that was the big test. So now she's ready to go make her mark. It's going to be really exciting. We look forward to her match coming up. She had a bit of downtime, not that much, because she just kept on playing tennis. I mean, she was going right through until almost December. What does she need to improve on? I mean, obviously she's learning how to win, but in terms of, you know, the technical side of her game? Well, part of it is keeping that top level of performance over the course of 2 or 3 hours. In the course of an hour, she can blitz through and match any top player in the world. It's being able to do that across the course of a match. That consistency, coming in and knocking off volleys is the other part. She has such a big serve and such heavy ground strokes. As long as she can come in, finish off the point at the net, that's the next step for her. Is it difficult for her to establish that volley, to work on that at this stage in her career? Is it something that she should have been working on a little sooner, but you know, sure, it's part of it. Everyone picks what their favorites are coming up through, and you go to what you're comfortable with. So it's not going to be really easy, but it's definitely within her repertoire. She can volley well. It's just got to get into her DNA. When she talks about her 2011 season, she's thinking big like the rest of us. Yes. You know, no doubt about it. 106 right now in the world. Where do you envision her ranking 6 months from now? I would like to think her into the top 70, if not top 50. It takes a while in the world rankings to gather points, so it's not just you can move from 100 to top 10 in an instant without some sort of major finals of a Grand Slam, but it can happen. I can see her in 2 years, 3 years being up in the top 20 and having a shot at the top 10. Number 1 seed on the men's side of the draw is Rafael Nadal. Let's talk about Rafael Nadal. He's 24 years old, without a doubt one of the game's greats. 9 Grand Slams to his credit. Last year he won every Grand Slam except for the Australian Open. If he wins this, for the first time since Rod Laver in 42 years, well, we have one guy who's got all 4 Grand Slams. Absolutely. Doable? Very doable. It's still the Federer-Nadal show. Everyone else is just guests at the table. Federer and Nadal still sit at the head of the table. Everybody else is just hoping for a seat. It's going to be those two making another run for it. Nadal's got probably the harder draw. He's got Andy Murray in the quarterfinals. Murray's not intimidated by him. That's not going to be easy, but he's going to have a real good look. The hotter the weather gets down there, the better it is for him. I look at the men's side of tennis, and I see, you know, of course, Rafael Nadal. You see Roger Federer, the former #1 in the world. You see Novak Djokovic, Robin Soderling, Andy Murray, as you mentioned. How much better is the men's side compared to the women's? Well, right now, the men's have 2 clear favorites right now with Nadal and Federer, and then they've got a whole deep talent pool after that. Right now, the women's are just transitioning from the Williams era with Serena and Venus. Serena's injured right now. The women's is really up for grabs. There's a whole cast of characters that are all trying to vie for it, but no one's really stepped up to take ownership of this yet. So really, the women's is wide open. The men's is so deep right now, and it's going to be hard to penetrate that top 5 guys. I think one of the greats of the game was Pete Sampras, and we never really appreciated his talent, how good he was until after the fact. We're looking at Rafael Nadal right now, 24 years old, 9 Grand Slams. I think we can call him one of the game's greats. Absolutely. He's got a chance to beat Federer, too, and pass him in Grand Slams. He's still very young. He's 24. He's got a lot of game left, and it's so hard to beat him. The guy runs down everything, pulls the lungs right out of you when you're playing, so guys are going to have to go in and beat him. It's not going to be easy. He's going to make a run at Federer's record, so we've really, as sports fans, got to appreciate this time when you see 2 absolute elites at their best at the same time. It's a great time. All right, before we let you go, 35 seconds. How are things for Tennis BC? How are things looking locally with our looking players? Great. Our players are looking good. Philip Bester from North Van made his way down to the Australian Open, played in the qualifying, didn't get through, but at least put him up. We got Vasek Pospisil, another great pro coming up. We've got some great juniors coming up. We're trying to get a national center built here in Vancouver, working on that right now, and I just really love the future here. It's looking good. How much would a national tennis center mean for tennis, not only in BC, but in Western Canada? It means instead of having 1 Rebecca up in the main draw, it probably means 5.
That's what it'll mean. The same thing on the guys' side. It'll push through a lot more players, and a lot of great events will come, and really good entertainment for the city, too.
Mr. Clark, thanks for joining us. Always enjoy to find things that happens at Tennis BC. And are you going to serve him up a cupcake? See how he did such a fine job?
Cupcake?
Oh, perfect.
He'll probably try to take the big one.
Can I take the big one? Yeah, exactly.
Push something out of it.
Lovely.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
It's not really a cupcake, but it's...
This is low fat, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. No calories,
I
no
don't think
carbs.
so. No.
Here you go.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, save some for me. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Christine Robin here for the News Hour at 6. See you later.